Small cell carcinoma of the ovary, hypercalcemic type, also known as SCCOHT or small cell ovarian cancer, is a rare and aggressive tumor that is highly fatal. The average age of diagnosis is just 24 years old, with the youngest known patient at age 14 months.
We want to show you the faces of SCCOHT, both survivors and those who have lost their lives. We all have daughters, sisters, cousins, wives, mothers, and friends, people who are close to us that fit into this demographic. Any one of them could receive this devastating diagnosis when they least expect it. I'm Ron.
And I'm Maren, and this is our daughter Stephanie. In 2009, Stephanie was diagnosed with this horrible disease. There was so little information available as we were facing the most terrifying moment in our lives.
Imagine receiving this diagnosis, and as you're trying to find a path to fight it, there's no research, limited information, or support solutions available. It feels like a death sentence.
Stephanie was so frustrated by this lack of information on the disease. She vowed that when she recovered, she would devote the rest of her life to raising awareness, initiating research, and eventually finding a cure. However, in 2010, just 13 months following her initial diagnosis, the disease had progressed so rapidly that Stephanie lost her life.
Following her passing, our family decided to establish the Small Cell Ovarian Cancer Foundation in honor of Stephanie's devotion to help future patients and their families. By motivating us, she continues to fight this disease. Our mission is to make information about small cell ovarian cancer more readily available to future patients, their families, and medical professionals around the world, raise awareness of the symptoms, and to fund SCCOHT research that will ultimately result in finding a cure.
Our first task was to create a website, www.smallcellovarian.org. On this site, you can find information specific to SCCOHT, what it is, and what we've learned so far, including the latest news and articles, a gathering place for the SCCOHT community, including a link to a Facebook support page, a physicians network complete with contact information for doctors familiar with SCCOHT. This allows us not only to connect patients with doctors, but also doctors with doctors to share valuable information. A link to a patient registry combining fragmented patient information into a single database which can be utilized to help both physicians and researchers.
Our awareness bookmark campaign has been in existence since the beginning. These bookmarks list the symptoms of the disease and have been distributed in the US, Canada, England, New Zealand, Spain, and Brazil. We also raise awareness through Team Stephanie. Our participants have taken part in running and cycling events worldwide. We have a big 24 on the back of our shirts to represent the average age of diagnosis.
When Stephanie got sick, research was pretty much non-existent. Since then, it has grown significantly. The Small Cell Ovarian Cancer Foundation has had the opportunity to support 5 separate studies through financial donations. 3 of these labs discovered the mutation of a gene called SMARCA4, which drives SCCOHT.
The donations we've made since this discovery have been used for new experiments to gain more information and in-depth analysis of SMARCA4.
The really exciting news is that several research groups have already identified existing drugs that may prove effective against SCCOHT. They're also using a broad range of approaches, including cancer cells grown in the laboratory, as well as patient samples, to develop the most effective drugs for treating this disease. It starts with expanding the global registry to help accelerate the pace of these studies, but they need funding to continue them. Funds are also needed for drug discovery, preclinical screening, and to ultimately put these laboratory findings into clinical trials.
The Foundation is making a difference. We hear from young women and their families from around the world who are looking for information and emotional support.
'Cause this is our world, this is our time.
These patients are young women living their lives, getting an education, starting a career, getting married, having a family, as well as little girls who should be out playing with their friends and having fun. We cannot let this sinister disease show up unannounced and uncontested. We want to make a difference. One of the most powerful things our foundation has been able to do is to bring people together to fight this deadly disease. Our goal is a cure. We made huge strides. We still have a long way to go. With your help, we can get there.
Please join us in working toward the achievement of Stephanie's ultimate goal of finding a cure.
Donate today and help make a difference.
We won't stop dreaming.